Well, I always wanted to be a physician, and I knew that from an early age. It was just a career path that I was always interested in and took a liking to. When I was in medical school, one of my first clinical clerkships was to see an open heart surgery. And from the time I was a first year medical student, I felt that surgery was the right fit for me. And I pursued it through medical school and residency after that. What I'm looking to do is get to know the patient, making sure that we build and develop a relationship, and then to identify the problem and give them their options in terms of what they need to do. A lot of patients come in very frequently. They're nervous. We always check their vitals, and they have high blood pressure because they're in a surgeon's office. It's the level of not knowing what to expect. And so what I like to do is just take a step back and let the patient know that it's a comfortable condition and environment, that we're just going to talk through the problems. And most patients are surprised to find out that their surgical problem doesn't require an immediate operation. So if they come into my office with a hernia or a gallbladder, it's not something that's life-threatening and that they need to address the next day or urgently. And so for that, it's usually helpful that by getting to know them and develop a relationship, that we can come up to an agreement that we could ease their feelings, know what their diagnosis is, what they can expect, and that they can schedule surgery at a time convenient to them. One of the greatest things about my job is that I work at a hospital that is truly the community's hospital. They want to be at the hospital that's in their neighborhood, that's close to their home and family, and it's nice to be able to provide those services. In my spare time, I like to run and read, and I like to bicycle a little bit. But a lot of my free time nowadays has been spent being a dad when I take off the white coat and I go home and spend some time with my kids in that regard. And so that's been the most rewarding thing about my life in the past 10 years, is being able to be a dad for my kids.